Hi, it's Alana. Welcome back to YogaYin. Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to work today with a pretty important sequence actually for fertility, one that I think might be good for a lot of you out there. This is for a student who, although she is 35, has already entered perimenopause. Her follicle stimulating hormone is really very high, and her periods are now coming every 40 to 50 days. This has been happening for the last 2.5 years, so it's not something that's just started. But of course, being 35, she really wants to get pregnant, and this has been a constant issue for her. And her fertility doctors have not been very positive about it, as you can well imagine. And for those of you that I've worked with, it's a very common refrain that fertility doctors tend to be quite negative, and that is difficult to deal with. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a sequence to bring back hormonal balance, because primarily what we want to do is we want to bring that 40 to 50 day cycle back to a 28 to 30 day cycle. Now that might sound disingenuous, because you're probably thinking, well, how on earth can we do that with yoga? That's impossible. But it's not. And I have worked with other students in similar situations where we have brought it back. And case in point, this particular student is working with an acupuncturist, which I highly recommend if you're in this position. The combination of yoga and acupuncture is just brilliant. And she did bring it back to a 28 to 30 day cycle for 3 months this year before it all got blown out again. So we're going to work with bringing it back to that cycle. And of course, because she's in perimenopause, she's also experiencing a lot of hot flushes. So this is going to be a very cooling sequence for her. She is doing the egg quality sequence as well, which is you're in the same position. I would recommend that you do, because she has got a low egg reserve. So we need to get the best quality we can out of those eggs. And this is going to be a sequence that's going to be practiced all on the floor. So I really hope you enjoy it. Please keep your feedback coming. If this is your situation, I'd love to hear from you. Namaste. Okay, so when you're ready, I want you to come down to your mat and sit either in Sukhasana with the feet tucked under the knees, or I prefer Siddhasana. And if you'd like, just gently place a blanket, folded blanket, underneath your buttocks and just help your spine to sit up nice and straight. Good, and I want you to take a couple of deep breaths here. This is all about calming the nervous system. So just take a couple of moments to just really settle into the body. Make a note of where the weight is in the body. Okay, so when you're ready, interlace the hands, bring them to your chest and inhale into your heart. And exhale and curl through the spine and feel into the upper back. Drop the chin, arms are alongside the ears. Inhale, take it up and over the head. And exhale, hands behind the head. Take the elbows back to the wall behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Deep breath here. Inhaling, reach up, and exhale, fold down to your right hand side. Take the other arm up and over. Turn your head to look at the ceiling. And if that's not comfortable for your neck, just look straight ahead. Another deep breath here. And inhale, circle the arm around. Keep the spine nice and straight. Look towards your thumb. 2 deep breaths. And then inhale, come back. Come down onto the elbow if that feels okay for you. And then back to center. Reach up. And again to the other side, stretching right from your hip to your fingertips. Working into the liver meridian. Lateral pose, fantastic for fertility. Inhaling, spine nice and straight, take it back behind you, 2 deep breaths. And inhale, come back down onto the elbow if that feels good for you. Otherwise, keep the arms straight. And inhale, back to center, reach up. Exhale, take it behind your head and just see if that feels a little bit more freer now. Windmill your elbows. So in this sequence, we're going to work mostly with holding poses, just to cool the body down. But for this, just opening sequence, it's done in a flow. Reach up towards the ceiling. Release your hands, take them behind your back. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, roll your shoulders back and down. Just stretching through the throat, and then exhale, fold forward. And then when you're ready, inhale, come all the way back up. And then just release the shoulders. Roll them back and down. And that's just going to release any constriction around the heart, because there was a bit of that for my student. Well, there is. Good. Now I want you to inhale here, and we're going to gently just fold forward. Take your arms out to the side. Pose of surrender. 2 more deep breaths. Very, very calming. And inhale, come all the way back up. And exhale, I want you to just slide gently over that right knee. Let the belly be free. And then gently walk your hands over to that left knee, and again, fold. Walk your hands back to center. Fold to center. And then inhale, come all the way back up. And I want you to gently just bend the left knee. Bring the sole of the right foot to the inner thigh. You can come off your blanket now if you like. Just tuck that foot back behind you, sitting nice and comfortably. And when you're ready, I want you to turn. Inhale, raise the arms, and exhale, slide them forward all the way now. Four more deep breaths here. And then inhale and gently walk the hands back in. Coming to the other side, turning over the knee, raising the arms, sliding the hands forward. Drop the head, belly free. And then gently walk the hands back in, swap over once more, right side first. Turning, inhaling and releasing. Walking the hands back up now, taking that right arm back behind you, gently twist to look over your shoulder. Keep bringing both buttocks back to the mat, but we're just going to squeeze through the adrenal glands. And just re-regulate the nervous system. Two more deep breaths here. And then inhale and exhale, turn the head, turn the arms, swap over to the other side once more. Inhale, raise the arms, exhale, fold them forward. And then inhale, gently raise. And again, now take that left arm back behind you. Make sure the spine is nice and straight. You're not leaning back into that arm. And gently twist, look away. Two more. And then inhale here and exhale. Release the head, release the arms. So the twists are very good for re-regulating both the autonomic nervous system and the adrenal glands, but also the menstrual cycle. I want you to bring the soles of your feet together. Setu Bandhasana, bound angle pose. Just keep the spine nice and straight and take a couple of deep breaths here. Breathe down into your belly. Let the belly be free. And these are some really feminine poses. So really allow yourself to be soft in these poses and really enjoy them. Inhale here. We're going to exhale, drop the elbows down to the knees, and then gently fold over the body. Opening out the pelvis, Releasing tension in the upper body. Allowing the blood to flow right into the pelvis where we need it. One more deep breath here. And then gently inhale. Come back up, and you're probably starting to feel quite relaxed by now. I want you to either interlace your fingers around your toes or take hold of your ankles, whichever feels better for you. And we're going to Sufi grind through the pelvis, releasing off any tension in the lower back, and again just bringing that focus back to the pelvis, to the lower belly. Keep breathing. Let the belly be free. Come back to center and then reverse those circles. Make a note of what feels more natural for you, clockwise or anti-clockwise. Beautiful. And then come back to center. You're going to stretch out that right leg. And then just bring the sole of your foot to your inner thigh, like so. Sitting up nice and straight, toe pointed up towards the ceiling. Good. And I want you to inhale, raise your arms so you come up and out of your hips. And then we're just going to slide that right arm across. Take hold of the big toe. Turn the head to look at the ceiling, once again working into a strong lateral pose. Beautiful. And then inhale, turn over that foot. Take hold of the foot or wherever is comfortable for you. And then we're just going to sink the head forward over that knee. Now if that's too much for you, just bend up the knee. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Exhale, release, swap over to the other side. Stretching out the left leg now, sole of the foot to the inner thigh. One side is going to be easier for you, one side is going to be more difficult. Just make a note of what that is for you. Inhale, reach up and out of the hips, and exhale, fold over. Take hold where you can, bring the other arm up and over. And stretch. Breathe into the openness. Breathe into the spaces in the body. Focus on your exhalation. Outgoing breath. Good. And then turn and fold over that leg. Take hold wherever feels comfortable for you. Inhaling here, bend up the knee if you need to. Exhale and fold. Keep it soft, keep your exhalation long. Reach forward, come all the way back up and just bring the hands to prayer. Good. So all this preparation has been building up to Upavista Konasana, wide-legged pose. So I want you to sit up on your blanket if you have it, and then take your legs out just as far as is comfortable. Now don't kill yourself here. If you need to bend up your knees, please do so, because the area we're working into is the pelvis rather than stretching out. Okay. So I want you again to just take a couple of deep breaths, just sitting here. Toes pointing up towards the ceiling. And then I want you to interlace your fingers, palms facing down towards the crown of your head. And I want you to inhale here and exhale, fold to your right. And inhale, come back up. And exhale, fold to your left. And inhale, come back up. Good. Just take a deep breath here. And then inhale. Exhale, I want you to fold over that right leg. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold over the left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, release. This one we are going to practice in a flow. I want you to inhale and exhale. We're going to stir the bowl. 5 rounds in one direction. And then 5 rounds. In the other. Release your arms now. Just gently place your hands just a little way in front of you. Tuck your chin in. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Last one. Good, and we just want to do that because that last sequence is a little heating for the body. So I want you to just release your legs all the way back to center. And before we come into a full forward bend, we're going to do a breath called Jitali breath. This is a beautiful breath and it's very, very cooling for the body. It's very simple. So what I want you to do is just sit nice and comfortably, spine nice and long. And then just watching me for a moment, what we're going to do is we're just going to inhale. We're going to inhale our breath through our lips like so. So if you purse your lips as if you're about to whistle, we're just going to reverse that cycle. We're going to actually suck the air back in. So we're going to inhale and exhale through the nose. And we're going to do 6 rounds of that together. So when you're ready, purse the lips and then inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling. Continue for 4 more rounds. And then just allow the breath to return to its normal pace. So whenever you're feeling hot, feel like there's a hot flush coming on, I want you to just take yourself off if you can to a quiet place and just practice that. You'll feel like you're sucking on a cool mint. And then just breathe deeply afterwards. See if we can ward off that hot flush. Now we're going to practice a pose which is excellent for regulating the menstrual cycle. It's a pose that I generally include in fertility. I'm going to come onto my side so you've got a better view. Just going to sit my buttocks on the edge of this blanket, feet up towards the ceiling, reaching up and out of the hips and folding forward, taking hold wherever you're comfortable. And if you need to bend up your knees in this pose to fold forward, please do so. It's about what this pose is doing for you, not about getting this incredible stretch through the legs. Inhale and exhale, fold. Take hold from this position, look up and come out of your hips, and then fold forward. 6 deep breaths here. When you're ready, inhale, stretch the arms, coming all the way back up, and then gently just folding back onto your mat, hugging the knees into the belly. Placing the hands over the knees and just making small circles on the lower spine. Releasing out the lumbar spine. Again, working into the pelvis. And then hugging the knees into the belly once more, closing the eyes. When you're ready, just slowly release one leg and the other down to your mat. Take a deep breath here. Body should be feeling nice and relaxed and also quite cool. And I want you to take a strap, and if you don't have a strap, don't worry. You can use a scarf will do. Just bend up your knee. Take holds of the ends of the strap. And just bring that leg in towards the body. I want you to keep that left leg on the floor, toe pointing up to the ceiling, nice and strong. Working with our leg raises. Take hold of the strap in your right hand, hand over your left hip, and take that right leg all the way out to the side, as far as is comfortable. If you need to bend up the knee here, do so. If you can straighten it, do. Keep both buttocks firmly on the mat. Another deep breath here. And then bring that leg back to center and over the body, but don't roll all the way off to the other side. Keep that left buttock firmly on the floor and keep your right buttock coming back towards the mat. And then you'll get into your gallbladder meridian. And if you find this a little bit painful, I want you to use that deep exhalation. And then inhale, come back to center. And release that leg. Take it all the way down to the mat. Feel the difference in the two sides of the body. And then when you're ready, working with the left leg. In towards the body. Other leg. Nice and strong. Inhale and exhale here. Take it out to the side. Hand over the right hip. And then back to center. Take hold of the strap down your right hand. Take it over the body just slightly. Back to center. And release it all the way down. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Beautiful Jatari Parivriti. Arms at either side, palms facing down. Then the knees into the belly. Inhale here and exhale, fold down to your right hand side. Turn your head, and we've been doing a lot of leg work, so if you're comfortable, you can extend those legs out. Look at the ceiling if that's more comfortable for your neck. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the other side. Don't think I've left myself enough room. Oh, I have. Turn the head, look up at the ceiling if that's more comfortable. Slow the breath right down. Inhale, come back to center, hug the knees. and then roll off to one side. And we're going to come into legs up the wall. So coming into legs up the wall. From the side, buttocks right to the wall, legs up the wall. Now, if you have been practicing fertility yoga for me a while, I want you to come into whatever variation you wish, either legs together or out to the side, or feet together, knees out to the side. Whatever feels most comfortable for you. Bring the tips of your thumbs and your fingers together, Yoni Mudra. Breathe down into the belly. Bringing all the blood from the legs back into the womb. Regulating the nervous system. Relaxation for the whole body. And you can stay here for up to 10 minutes if you like. And when you're ready to release it, bend your knees. Roll off to one side. Come back to your mat. Left palm on top of right, tips and thumbs together. When you're ready, bring the hands to Namaskar Mudra or prayer pose if you like. And bring the hands to the forehead for clarity of thought. And to the lips for clarity of speech. And to the heart for an open heart. Om Shanti. Om Peace. Namaste. So that's our sequence for today for dealing with hot flushes and re-regulating the period and re-regulating the nervous system. I hope that you've enjoyed that.